Hi there, Dan here with another video from the Freedom Provider. Today we are talking about, we're doing a little bit something different. It's a home install for the Duck brand Max Strength Windows Kit. What is this? Well, it is a plastic film that you put in between on the inside of your windows for single pane windows. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward, and very easy to do. It comes with a roll of double-sided tape, and you just put that around your window, and then it also comes with one giant sheet of cellophane or plastic that you're going to stick to that tape. Because it's one giant sheet, you're going to need a roll of tape, measuring tape, to measure your window dimensions to see how big it is. I also recommend having a Sharpe marker and a large table to work with. You can lay the sheet out on the table, get your measurements down, and use the Sharpe marker to kind of mark off where you're going to cut. So the next thing you'll need is a pair of good scissors, and you can then cut your sheets of plastic. And then finally, once you got it all applied, you'll need your wife's hair dryer. Because I don't use a hair dryer. This is my wife's. If you're one of those guys that have longer hair and you have your own, great. But you'll need a hair dryer to shrink the window down. So with that said, I've already done 2 of them. I'm going to try to record here the next install to show you exactly what I do and how I did it. And let's get to it. First off, let's remove these curtains so we have a clean place to work. Depending on what you want to do, you might want to measure, the diagram says to apply it all the way out here, and that might just be the easier way to do it. On my past installations, I put it on the inside, and that proves to be a little bit more challenging. Either way, regardless of how you do it, always give yourself an additional 2 inches of space for your installation. They recommend having 2 inches on either end for your measurement when you are measuring out the plastic. So for this window, I'm going to measure. Since I've done previous installations here, I'm gonna do that again, and I'm essentially gonna go from the wood to the wood over here. That's 36, so I'm gonna want like 38 roughly. So I have an extra 2 inches, and then that's 53, and so I'll go 55. Hopefully I have that, because this is my 3rd installation, and depending on how you cut the plastic right, you may or may not have enough to make it through 3 windows. If there's enough plastic, if you cut it right, you should have enough. In this instance, I'm using whatever leftover plastic I have to see if I have enough, which I barely do. Then you'll take your roll of tape, and like I said, whether you go on the inside or on the outside, for me, it doesn't matter. It might be an easier installation doing it on the outside. My thought was, if I'm gonna get these windows replaced eventually, I think this trim stays, so I don't want to tape this up. If this trim is gonna stay, I don't want to have to peel off the tape and all that stuff, but all this stuff here on the inside would probably go when the window gets traded out. So it's just a preference for you. And I have a previous installation of tape here on this window, so it makes it extra sticky. Do your best to get it up there as close as possible. The other thing to keep in mind before you get a lot of stuff up here is you might want to just peel a little bit ahead of time to get that piece started. But once you peel that tape off, you won't see it. So just pull a tab, and then you can then work on tying the rest. So down at the bottom, you could go along the sill, which if you're getting a draft through here, you might want to do that. Or if you have a little extra of the plastic coming over, that should help a little bit too, if you don't want to put it on the sill. And I'm going to put it on the sill for this one. So I would unfold your plastic and lay it on a table flat. It's going to be longer one way, and that's the way you would break up your plastic into 3 sections. So I would measure your width, and then cut along one section that way. Once you get a whole section cut off, then move the excess aside, and then cut your length off the top. Because this is excess, my width is a little shy. It's just barely enough, and I have a lot of excess at the bottom. So I'm going to cut this after, unfortunately. So, okay, at this point, you're going to peel off your tape, and I'll just leave that like that. Okay, this way you can work just on the top and just start it on either side, and then you can work on gradually as you go down. And then when I go further down, I'll do it more. And you're going to see that it's a little loose. It doesn't have to be taut. The blow dryer is going to actually tighten this up. So don't be concerned about getting it super tight. Just get it on. Okay, it may not be the prettiest, but it works. This is with some scrap, the third piece that I didn't cut it right, so it's not perfect, but it'll work. And this is before you use I use the blow dryer. I did a video earlier where I used another office window where I used the blow dryer on it, and it worked really well. So let's dry this thing and see if we can tighten it up a little bit. We don't need the diffuser. Make sure your settings are turned on to hot, and you're going to want to use this at high. If you're at warm and it's not going to get hot enough to tighten this up. And you can see there's a little play in here a little bit, but we want to tighten it up as much as we can. And normally we have a curtain over this anyways, but if you tighten it up, then when you look out, it's not too bad. So let's give it a shot. Okay, take your time on this part. And kind of work, if you have those wrinkles up in here, work your way into them. That seemed to work out pretty good. This turned out really nice. It looked really crappy at first, but with a little time and patience with this, it works out really good. I'm gonna put the curtains back up and I am done. I have 3 big windows along the back side of my house that are like this. Next year I will probably get new windows, but until then, this will help during the cold months. Kind of keep a little bit of a barrier for that single pane. So thanks for watching. I really appreciate you taking the time to check out this video today. And if you'd like more videos like this, please feel free to hit subscribe and let me know in the comments below. What did you think? Is this content that is helpful to you, or was it a waste of your time? Obviously, if it's a waste of your time, you've probably not made it to this point in the video. So thank you so much for watching. Hit me up with a like and a comment and let me know what you thought. For me, this Windows installation stuff works really good, and it helps keep the drafts down a little bit, and I'm thinking probably sometime next year will be the year I finally decide to buy some new windows in the back of my house. But until then, this kit is very affordable and can be picked up at most local hardware stores. So I hope this has helped you out. And once again, this is Dan with the Freedom Provider, giving you the tools and the knowledge to provide some freedom in your life. Hope you have a great day, and we'll see you on the next video.